What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick recap video on the main event fights for UFC 271. So let's start with Derrick Brunson versus Cannonier. Well, that fight pretty much went how I expected it to go. Actually, I thought Cannonier was going to do a little bit better with the takedown defense, even early on. Brunson had some success with takedowns. It wasn't looking great for Cannonier early on, but I honestly, truly thought that Cannonier was a bad matchup for Brunson. I thought that his takedown defense was too good, and it was going to cause Brunson issues. And if the fight stood on the feet, I felt like Jared would get the better of those exchanges. Didn't exactly play out like that, but pretty much on some level. Cannonier obviously smashed Derrick Brunson with ground and pound. That was set up, by being rocked on the feet. Pretty great win for Cannonier. Brunson has been on a roll, climbing up the rankings. So yeah, good fight. Went pretty much how I figured it would. Moving on to Tuivasa versus Derrick Lewis. Now for this fight, I figured somebody was going to get knocked out, and that's exactly what happened. These guys are like so evenly matched. In some ways they're very similar, in some ways they're different. I did feel that Tuivasa had, better, more diverse stand-up, definitely more experience in the stand-up department with his kickboxing and boxing background. I felt like Ty was doing well with the low kicks. He probably would have had more success if he threw more low kicks than he did. Derrick Lewis almost got him out of there, which is not a shocker because Derrick Lewis is the knockout king of the UFC. So it wasn't looking good for Ty at some point, specifically when Derrick Lewis had him down, crushed against the fence, and was landing jackhammers on him. And Ty must have ate it looked like 4 solid punches from Derrick Lewis. Ty just eating those, getting back up was incredible. Tuivasa with the clinch work, throwing a nasty elbow on Derrick Lewis against the cage, putting his lights out. Wasn't really a shocker, to be honest. I figured somebody was going to get KO'd. That's what happened. Tuivasa caught Derrick Lewis. Great win for him. Tuivasa is very likable, fun guy. All right, moving on to the main event, Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker. Now, there's some controversy with the decision. I wasn't necessarily upset with the decision. I do feel like Israel Adesanya won. I feel like he controlled the center of the octagon. He definitely was pushing the pace, walking Whittaker down pretty much the whole fight. If you look at the UFC stats, he outstruck Whittaker, 4-1 basically via strikes. That's like per rounds. Whittaker did land some takedowns. I don't feel like he did much with them. For the most part, Adesanya got back up to his feet. He stuffed a lot of takedowns. Whittaker got dropped with a jab, with a shot. Of course, Robert was threatening with a rear naked choke at some point on Adesanya's back. I mean, they both had moments, but I don't think Whittaker did enough to win the fight and take the belt from the champ. So I thought it was super close. I wouldn't use the word robbery, but that's just me. Everybody has a different opinion and view on the fight. I understand that. I wouldn't be mad if these guys run it back again. They're so evenly matched, very competitive fight. And pretty much, there's nothing else to say. Those are my thoughts on the match. Whittaker took his time, performed better because he wasn't rushing things. He wasn't as tense. That's why he had such a great performance. Maybe with a few more tweaking, he can actually get the W off of Adesanya. But then again, Adesanya's so good, he could do some tweaking and still edge out Robert Whittaker. It was a great fight between two elites, in their prime. We were very blessed to witness this fight. Anyway, guys, those are my quick thoughts on the 3 main event fights. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and it's your first time at the channel, hit that subscribe button, like and share. That's important. Appreciate it, guys, so much, and I'll catch you all on the next segment.